Hello children, today we are going to do the book exercise of the polar region. So let's start. First we will learn the new words. Regions, it means areas. Temperatures, it means degree or intensity of heat present in an object. Blizzards means severe snowstorms with high winds. Angry means threatening. Fierce, it means dangerous. Eskimos, it means the people who live in the polar regions. Igloos, a type of dome-shaped house that is built from blocks of solid snow. Hood jackets means a long overcoat with an attached hood or cap that can be pulled over the head. Harpoons, it means a weapon that looks like a spear. Ermine, it means a small whistle-like animal with a white coat. Adapt means adjust. Lapps, a community of people who lived in the polar regions, also known as the Samis. Furry means covered with fur, or you can call it hairy. Dakshin Gangotri, the first scientific base station of India situated in Antarctica. Now here you have to choose the correct options to complete the following statements. The temperatures in the polar regions are very low. Eskimos wear hood jackets and big shoes. Harpoons look like spears. The Dakshin Gangotri is located in Antarctica. Now answer the following questions. What kind of a climate is there in the polar regions? Describe briefly means you have to give a short answer. So the temperatures are very low in the polar regions. Describe Eskimos. So Eskimos are the people who live in the polar regions. Children, you can elaborate it by saying that they are wearing coat and boots. They live in tiny igloos. Fine. What are harpoons used for? So harpoons are used to hunt large polar bears. You can also elaborate it by saying that harpoons look like spears and they are used to hunt this and this. Fine. So I am just discussing the answers with you. You have to write in your own words and you can elaborate it accordingly. Question number 4 is, which animals are found in the polar regions? This is the first part of the question. So you can write the animals which are found in the polar regions are obviously polar bears first, then Arctic fox and ermine. Second part of the question is, how are they able to live in the polar regions? So they are able to live in the polar regions as their body structure is made as such that they have the ability to adapt or adjust in that kind of environment. Now who were the Lapps? So Lapps, they are a community of people who lived in the polar regions, also known as the Samis. You can find this answer in the new words. And what did they used to wear? So they used to wear furry clothes and furry caps. Now literary appreciation. Notice how the poet has used different words in the poem in such a way so that we can actually imagine the polar region. What all can you imagine in this region? Use words from the poem and draw a picture of the polar region. Children, I have shown you many pictures here. So what you can do here, you read the poem and record it in your mobile. After recording, what you do, you just close your eyes and you listen to your own recording, the poem. Okay, and when you are listening the poem, many pictures will come across your mind. So keep those pictures in your mind and try to draw a picture. So here you can show your creativity. Now listen and tell. Listen carefully to what the teacher is saying about the history of computers. Complete the following table by filling the correct events. So dates are given here, years are given here. Now you have to write the event. So listen to me carefully. The first freely programmable computer came into play in the year 1936. So in 1936 you have to write the first freely programmable computer. International Business Machines, also known as IBM, came out with their first computer machine in 1953. So here you will write in 1953 that IBM came out with their first computer machine. In 1958, Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce invented the integrated computer chip. So please write in 1958 that Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce invented the integrated computer chip. Douglas Engelbart invented the computer mouse in 1963, and he called it the mouse because the cord came out of the device. So in 1963 you can write Douglas Engelbart invented the computer machine. Computer mouse. Okay, now be creative. Look at the following form of writing. Eggs. You can write its full form like this: elegantly and efficiently shaped, good to eat, great fun to find on Easter, okay, smooth shelled. So here what happened, the first letter of each line spells out a word. Okay, the word is generally the theme or message of the writing. Now you have to write about mother or teacher in the same way. Use as many adjectives as you can. So children, first let us write for mother. Like you can write M for magnificent, O for outstanding, T for tender, H for honorable, E for extraordinary, and R for remarkable. Now write for teacher. T for talented, E for elegant, C for charming, H for helpful, E for efficient, and R for receptive. So children, you can please try to give what you feel for your mother or teacher. So please give adjectives of your own. Fine. Now here find out more about Dakshin Gangotri and share the information in the class. Like we have already read in new words that Dakshin Gangotri was the first scientific base station of India. It is situated in Antarctica, part of the Indian Antarctic program, and it is located at a distance of 2500 kilometers from the South Pole, and it is currently being used as a supply base and transit camp, and the base is named after Dakshin Gangotri glacier. So here I am showing you a picture, and few information is given here. It was the first Indian research base in Antarctica, HSM 44. So children, you can write on your own. Please write in your copy. I hope you have understood the book exercise. That's all for today children. Thank you.